Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I installed this decorative tile in my bathroom. Here it is in my master bathroom, and I also put it into my guest bathroom. So I'm going to start off with the adhesive that I use. Okay, I use Mussel bound to attach the tiles to the wall. So this is the adhesive that I use to put the tiles on the wall. And here is a piece of drywall that I had left over from another project. So I'm just showing you how to apply this adhesive, which the drywall is just simulating what the wall would look like, because I didn't take footage while I was actually doing it. Now the Mussel bound is like a heavy duty double-sided tape that is specifically used for applying tile, and one of the workers at Lowe's actually recommended this to me. Okay, so the next thing I did, once I figured out where I wanted the tile to be on the wall, I took my measuring tape and I just cut out the Mussel bound. I'm just showing you a little piece here because I don't want to waste it, but you know, it's going to be a huge piece to cover the entire back of your tile. And then you're going to stick it to the wall, and then the part on the front has a covering on it. So you're going to take your float, and this is a float that I got from Lowe's. It's really inexpensive. Just push it down so that you make sure it is completely adhered to the wall. Next thing I did was I started to apply my tiles. So I already had my tiles cut to fit the space on my wall. So after I applied the Mussel bound, it was time to go ahead and place the tiles on top. So the first thing I did was I just kind of like did a dry fit, and this is the way the tile is going to come. It has like a mesh on the back. They're all going to be together. You can cut the mesh to whatever dimension you want it to be, however tall you want the tiles to be. So I settled on this right here, and before I took the backing off of the Mussel bound, I just did a dry fit to make sure. And always start at the very edge of wherever you're applying the tile. Start at the edge. That's the way I did it because it worked out best for me in my bathroom. And then once I did a couple dry fits to make sure, then that's when I went on and removed the backing off of the Mussel bound. I'm just showing you a small piece of tile right here just to show you how I applied it. But once I applied the tile on top of the Mussel bound, I used my float to make sure that the tile was secured to the wall. And once it's really secured, it's not coming back off. This stuff is really sticky. Okay, I started my tile on the edge, and you're going to see with these mosaic tiles, they have a gap on the end. So you're going to need to fill those in with pieces of tiles just to make everything look clean and neat along that edge. So the tile is going to have to get cut, okay? And I'm going to show you how I did that. I use this tile cutter, and this is for making straight cuts. If you have to make angle cuts, which you should not have to do with just putting in a decorative backsplash like this, straight cuts are great for this. I'm going to show you how I used it, and it only cost me $20 from Lowe's. So you put the tile across, as you can see, across at the bottom. I'm only using one piece, so it's kind of hard to keep it in place. And the little handle that I'm moving back and forth is controlling a circular blade that's scoring the top of the tile. And then once I score it, all I have to do is pull the handle down. It's got these little pads, and it'll cut the tile for me. So I just pull it down, press down right there on top of the tile, and it will crack the tile and give it a nice clean edge. And that's how I was able to fill in the ends of it. Okay, so I used a white unsanded grout. I got this from Lowe's. It was on the same aisle as the tiles. And on each bag of grout, it's going to show you all the different types of tiles you can use it with, especially glass tiles. Like I had some glass tile here. It'll say unsanded grout. You want to do that so that your tiles don't get scratched, your glass tiles, okay? But you can definitely check the bag. There's a list that shows you exactly which ones you can use that particular grout with. I got 2 buckets. One was for mixing the grout and one was for just a bucket of clean water. And for the grout consistency, you're looking for a pancake batter. And I mixed it up and just made it a little bit thicker than pancake batter. And okay, once I mixed up my grout, I used my float. I dipped it in my grout and applied the grout on an angle to fill all the gaps. Now, the good thing about using Mussel bound is I did not have to use those little spacers because the Mussel bound will keep the tile in place. So once I got I worked in those small areas, and once I got the grout in, I used my sponge and my clear water just to wipe it off. And again, I wiped it off in small sections to make sure that I didn't get that haze over my tiles, because if you don't wipe that grout off really well, you'll get a haze on the tiles. So guys, that is all that is required to put in a decorative tile backsplash. I'm definitely gonna film when I do the kitchen so you can actually see the entire process. But that's all it was. It was very easy, very inexpensive. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.